State Tournament Baseball brought to you by 101.5 and point 5 Digital, along with a host of great sponsors like Southern Trucks and 4x4, Marco's Pizza, and we'll name you some more of those. Both teams are lined up out there. They have received their pins, and we're just about ready for baseball here, the second game of the day. There are 4 games out here at the park this early segment. It's a double elimination tournament. Those of you not familiar with Little League Baseball, the fence is 200 symmetrically all the way around the field. You have a batter's eye out in center field, and you'll be able to see that from some of the shots of Paul Schulze and Worthy Road Productions on Point 5 Digital. A great green background with trees and everything, so it's good for the hitter. There's no problems for hitters at this ballpark. Madison County will take the field and be the home team in this game, and a young man I have not seen pitch this year, Daniel Brooks. I've seen a lot of the other young men pitch. I have not got to see him pitch, but he's got a good fastball. We know he's a great third baseman when he plays third. And here he is, the man with the plan, the mouth of the South, the Jackson Jaw, as Dan Reeves, as he is getting his lineups for play-by-play. And I'm going to be Ed McMahon, and here's Danny.
Well, Coach, thank you very much. You're going to be honored to talk with Tommy Hatchett.
What a great guy.
Oh, boy, had a big involvement with Jackson Little League Baseball for years. Yeah. Although his son, not very good player. Keith Hatchett.
Now I'm going to defend his son now.
Keith was a great player.
A crafty left-hander.
Yes, he was. Madison Central is going to be the home team, so they take the field first. The defense for Madison Central looks like this. Pitching is Daniel Brooks. He's a good one. Behind home plate is Zach Timms, the catcher. Over at first base is Carter Craig. At second base, Tristan Cook. At shortstop is Walker Moore. Over at third base, Malachi Anderson. In left field, it's Will Cisco, the son of Shane Cisco, who's coaching this team. Over in right field, Benjamin Whitnell, and in center field, it's Landon Lambert. Also, you'll see Andrew Coy and Davis Soler. The coaches, Shane Cisco, Bart Whitman, and Ben Vargason. For Clarksville, leading off will be Nathan Barksdale, hitting second, Elliott Shaw. Hitting third will be Alex Williams. Hitting fourth is Adam Baker. Hitting fifth is J.D. Schwartz. Hitting sixth is Jason Stewart. Batting seventh is Caleb Hudson. Hitting eighth is Grayson Proctor. And hitting ninth is Zach Christie. You'll also see, looks like Josh Burkett, Michael Davidson, Cole Abernathy, and Josh Carter. Now, you can, if you're listening and watching in Clarksville, are we live yet, Paul?
Yes,
we are live. So if you're watching in Clarksville, you can, if we hit a mispronunciation, let us know. You can text us on the Robinson Toyota text line at 731-277-5155. So here we go, South Nashville 117-0 over Tullahoma in the first game, and now it's Madison Central American right here in Jackson, Tennessee, taking on Clarksville, Coach.
And it should be a good game. We could be in for a white knuckler in this game, Dan.
It should be a real white knuckler. Here's Nathan Barksdale to lead off the game for Clarksville, hitting from the right side. First pitch, a little bit inside, ball one.
And you notice Brooks dropped down through sidearm then, and a lot of his pitches will come sidearm to three-quarter.
Yeah, Brooks is crafty out there. 1-0. Just a little bit outside. It's 2-0 on Barksdale.
Don't know the signals for Clarksville, but I know that they probably are taking the first pitch.
The 2-0 is right in there. Call strike one.
Well, that tells the strategy they were taking until they got a strike thrown here with the first batter.
2 balls and 1 strike. Nathan Barksdale. Here's the 2-1. It's outside, 3-1. Tommy, now you coached Little League Baseball for a long time. Why'd you do it?
Oh, well, I started with Keith when he was in there. Then stayed on, and after that, after I quit coaching, I sort of run the league a little bit, you might say, for a while.
The 3-1 is right in there. Called strike two. Runs the count full. Boy, you never forget. I talked with my Little League coach last night. You never forget what the guys did for you. Here's a bouncing ball to shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first base. In time for out number 1. A nice play at short by Walker Moore for out number 1.
It really was, Dan, because he got it in between hump, and that thing dropped on him. I mean, just like somebody put a weight on it. He straightened up and fired a strike across there.
That'll bring up for Clarksville, Elliott Shaw. Shaw stands in there, hitting from the left side against Brooks. First pitch, outside ball 1. Yeah, Tommy, you learned a lot more than just baseball playing Little League, don't you?
You do. Yep.
Teamwork, discipline, all that comes in for these youngsters. 1 ball, no strikes. Brooks, 1-0 pitch. Fouled away down the first base line, even accounted a ball and a strike. And Lions Field, which should be up and ready to go next year, one of the premier ballparks in all the country any time.
If we keep the vandals out of it.
Well, yeah, that could be a problem. Tommy's the father of Keith Hatchett, our friend over at Robinson Toyota. Here's the 1-1. It's upstairs, 2-1.
Well, maybe the Lambeth Neighborhood Watch will extend themselves down to the ball field, and because it's a beautiful place when fixed up.
When it's fixed up.
And now with the University of Memphis Lambeth, I expect that to happen. 2-1 is in the dirt. It's 3-1 on Elliott Shaw. University of Memphis and Lambeth, such a big-time get for the city of Jackson. 3-1 is fouled away, runs account full. But Tommy, that brings in a great University of Memphis. It keeps a beautiful campus alive at Lambeth, and that's going to spill over to the Arlington area, and I think Lions Field will see the benefits of that, don't you?
I hope it will.
Payoff pitch, Brooks out of the windup, delivers, line, left field line, way back there, and caught a sliding catch and twisted foul. But a nice job by Will Cisco, and Coach, he went down on his knees as that ball was twisting away from him and made the catch for out number 2.
Cisco playing straight away, got a good jump on the young man, and I tell you what, that's the only way he could have fielded. Hats off to Will Cisco. Now they're going to shift and play a little different against this hitter.
Here's a bouncing ball to second, fielded cleanly over to first. For out number 3, that was Alex Williams at the plate. So they go in order, does Clarksville in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom half in just a moment. But Tommy, before we go move to the bottom half of this inning, Little League Baseball, and when you think of it, what comes to mind?
Well, the best program out there, in my opinion. But when I quit coaching down there, and I took, and Dale Kelly out of Huntington was the district administrator, and he decided he didn't want to run no more, so he turned me in to be the district administrator, and I accepted it. And I was there 28 years as a district administrator.
So 28 years as district administrator. Your time spent in Little League it covered how many years?
Oh, probably 40. Right at it.
40 years.
35 to 40.
Tommy Hatchett. Well, Tommy, we just want to chat with you and thank you for all that you've done in Little League Baseball for the city of Jackson and for, the state of Tennessee, because you really, as a district administrator, that's a big responsibility.
I'm not there anymore. Keith Wish is a district administrator now.
But you were, though. That's
I
what
were, yeah.
We would tell you. Keith doing a great job. Keith Wish is doing a great job as well.
Well, Keith helped me for 3 or 4 years before he took over.
Tommy Hatchett, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, it's going to come up, so I'll just ask you, when you going to have some more stew?
Be September. We'll cook before we go to the fair.
Okay, it's just about fair time. We'll have that great stew from where?
East Union Road.
East Union Road. Tommy Hatchett.
In fact, I had a call yesterday when a fellow wanted to know when he was going to cook, and I said, well, I've got some in the freezer out there if he wants some. He said, I'll be out there next week.
Tommy, thank you so much. Appreciate all you do. Mr. Tommy Hatchett, ladies and gentlemen, the father of Keith Hatchett over at Robinson Toyota. What a great guy he is.
One of the good guys, and I'm going to tell you what, he gave a lot of his time, effort, put his heart and soul into it. And that's what makes it, just like Keith Wish, that's the district administrator now. Keith puts a lot of time into it.
Absolutely. So, for Madison Central American, after retiring Clarksville in order in the top of the first, they'll send Zach Timms, Tristan Cook, and Daniel Brooks to the plate. Those are 3 tough outs, Coach.
They really are. They're all good sticks. They're going to face a very good pitcher, though. And Dan, we'll need to – I'll try to check his first name. I have Aiden Baker on mine for the pitcher's name.
It is, Coach. I see it there. These are in cursive, so.
Yes, there are some schools now that's not even teaching cursive writing.
I know it. So, on the mound for Clarksville, Adam. Is it Adam? Adam
That's
Baker.
what I'm going to have to check. I believe it's Adam.
Okay, so Adams out there, the big right-hander, leading off for Madison Central America to Zach Timms. So, bottom of the first inning, no score. Dan Reeves and Coach Joe Holloway with you. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a miss, it's strike one. Seabass is our executive producer. Paul Schultze and Mr. Mann on the .5 Digital side where you can watch this game, .5digital.com. The 0-1 is outside. It's 1-1. Again, you can text us your thoughts on our coverage of Little League State Tournament action. 1-1 is downstairs, 2-1. Our text line is from Robinson Toyota is 731-277-5155. That's 731-277-5155. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 offering. Swing, drive, right center field, and way back there. This one is gone. It's a leadoff home run for Madison Central. Zach Timms. He went right center field, power alley, Coach, and that one just kept on carrying and cleared that wall out there at 200 feet.
It gets a little wind, and to quote a former announcer of the Generals, we need a new baseball.
We sure do. So leadoff home run by Zach Timms, and that's going to bring up Tristan Cook, who plays second base for Madison Central.
And you'll see this young man pitch before the tournament is over.
Big right-hander delivers. It's in the dirt, ball one.
And Baker has good speed on his pitches and good location. That was just a good piece of hitting by Zach Timms.
Yeah. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. In the dirt, 2-0. This Robinson Toyota text comes in, says, great job, guys. That came from a 931 area code.
That's Clarksville.
Clarksville area. So let us know when you text us where you're texting from. Line drive, right field, that's a base hit. So Cook singles sharply to right field, and with nobody out, and a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning, this will bring up the pitcher, Daniel Brooks.
And Brooks, a very good hitter. He can hit to all fields, has power. And like I said, I'm used to seeing him play third base, but he's a pretty good pitcher, too.
Yes, he is. We thank State Farm agent downtown Alan Brown bringing you this baseball game. First pitch to Brooks, ball one.
Well, like a good neighbor, Alan Brown will be there.
Yes, he is. Downtown Alan Brown. 1-0 on Brooks. 1-0's in the dirt. As Cook threatened to take second base. He stays put there on first. 2-0 on Daniel Brooks. Here's a 2-0. Swing, grounder third. Knocked down there. And not in time to make a play on it. That was a sharply hit ball over to third base. And a nice job even to knock that one down to keep it on the infield.
You're right about that, Dan. And Brooks won't have trouble scoring that one. I've got to give it a fielder's choice. It's got to be a fielder's
choice. Yeah, it's a little league, so we don't worry about errors, do we, Coach?
No.
That was a nice play to keep it on the infield. That'll bring up Landon Lambert. First pitch swinging, little grounder out in front of the mound, gets by the pitcher, and everybody's going to be safe. Baker did his best from the pitcher's mound to try to get that ball, but, Coach, that was as good a swinging bunt as you'll ever see.
It worked. Well placed, and there wasn't anything. If the third baseman or the pitcher doesn't get that one, you have no chance at it.
So bases are loaded for Carter Craig, the first baseman. And Clarksville wants a conference, so they're going to meet on the mound with their manager and try to rethink some things and recalibrate things here at the top of the first inning. It's 1-0. Madison Central American from Jackson, Tennessee. 1-0 lead. Nobody out, Coach, and the bases are jammed.
You're right about that. They talked about where they're going to go with the ball if it's hit to him. Looks like the short and second baseman's going to play at double play depth. First is back, third is in. So that means third will be bringing it home, or if it's hit down line, step on third. Otherwise, they'll either try for a double play or get an out.
First pitch to Craig. Line drive down that right field line. Just foul. That would have been a bases clearing triple by Carter Craig, but it just did hit foul down that right field line.
I'll tell you what, that would have looked like a relay team at a track meet if that one had been about 10 inches to the left.
You ain't kidding. So 0-1 on Carter Craig. Here's the 0-1. It gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner spinning to home plate. He'll slide in there safely ahead of the throw. As Cook with some nifty base running and paying attention, Coach. Soon as that ball got by the catcher, Cook took off from home plate. So Tristan Cook scores. It's 2-0 Madison Central American. And the two runners on first and second advance to second and third. So two runners in scoring position for Carter Craig with 1 ball and 1 strike count and nobody out here at the bottom of the first inning.
No hesitation, and Cook ran hard, kind of like he does when he plays middle school football.
He is a good one, isn't he? 1-1 pitch. Bouncing ball towards shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first for 1 out. And there goes the runner down to third base. He'll get there safely. And Brooks will score from third base on the throw to first. It's 3-0 Madison Central.
And you score that a fielder's choice there.
And this brings to the plate Benjamin Whitnell, the right fielder.
And if you're scoring home and want to be perfect, there's no RBI because there was a pass ball that caused the advancement of the runners. Too technical, right? Forget that stuff.
Coach has got that technical mind. He does. Here's the first pitch to Whitnell. It's in there, called strike 1.
Bottom line, it is 3-0 the score.
3-0 Madison Central American leading Clarksville. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. The 0-1 is in the dirt. It's 1-1.
Dan Clarksville would love to get out of this with just a 3-0. Baker, good pitcher. He gets settled down, and they get some runs on the board. This one could be a real tight contest.
Could be a real white knuckler. The 1-1's in the dirt. It's 2-1. Got a runner on third base, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. It's 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Madison Central American leading Clarksville. Here's the 2-1, it's swinging a miss. It's 2-2. Clarksville, Tennessee, man, it's a beautiful place. And Middle Tennessee is just booming right now in Clarksville.
Got to see that new football field up there at Austin.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Here's the 2-2. It's outside, full count. If you're watching on point5digital.com in Clarksville, our executive producer, Seabass, played football up there at Austin Pier. Here's the payoff pitch to Benjamin Whitnell on its way. Swing, bouncing ball, shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first for out number 2, and a beautiful play from the shortstop. A run will score on the throw. Lambert scampers home, but a beautiful job by the shortstop, Zach Christie, because that was a tough hop. He fielded that on and shot it over to first base for out number 2.
Wonderful job by that young man, and I believe the pitch count probably is going, because remember, pitch count's carried over from the last tournament.
That looks like we're going to get a pitching change here. So with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, it's Madison Central 4 and Clarksville nothing. We'll take a 60-second break on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and point5digital.com.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time. What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520.
Now we got a new pitcher for Clarksville. My name's Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway, and he is coach with the new pitcher.
And the pitcher is Davison, who is a fastball curveball pitcher. He'll bat in Stewart's spot in the Clarksville lineup because the pitcher, Baker, is at first base now.
This brings up the left fielder, Will Cisco, hitting from the left side, who made a great play at the top of this inning on a fly ball down that left field line. Cisco, first pitch right in there, called strike one. 4-0, Madison Central. Bottom of the first inning, 2 outs and nobody on base. It was a leadoff home run from Zach Timms that got this team from Jackson, Tennessee off and running. Here's the 2-1. Swing, base hit to right field, right between the first and second baseman. And Cisco reaches with 2 gone.
And Cisco, left-handed hitter, he pulled that one with authority, Dan.
He did. He was all over that one.
Check that thing out. I bet his name's on there. He hit it so hard.
So, Will Cisco's at first. Malachi Anderson, who plays third base, and Coach, he plays it well, will stand in there with 2 gone and a runner on first base.
Open stance, Dan.
First pitch on its way. It's high ball 1. From the Robinson Toyota text line, this one says, good job on your broadcast. The picture streaming on my tablet is amazing. That's from my old friend Bill Hamilton.
Bill's a good guy. He played Little League baseball.
The 1-0 calls strike one. Evens a count at a ball and a strike.
Bill, a source of information. Folks, cheap seats normally at Seabass Night. Bill was kind enough to help sit in. He had some great old-time Little League info.
The 1-1 is popped up out of play. It's 1-2. Here's a Robinson Toyota text that says, since there are 2 fields and games being played at the same time, is it possible to give quick periodic updates on other games? I'd say yes, we will absolutely do that. Could you ask someone if they'll give us information on the other games? Here's a line drive right center field. It gets down. It rolls to near the wall. Rounding second base, headed to third is Cisco, and he's going to be held at third. And pulling up on second base for a stand-up double is Malachi Anderson, and the team from Jackson, Tennessee, Madison Central, 2 runners in scoring position now at second and third with 2 outs, and that brings up Andrew Coy with a chance to do some big-time damage here, Coach.
He really does.
First pitch swinging, popped it up, right field. Here comes the right fielder in, making a nice play on it. Out in shallow right field for out number 3. That was Caleb Hudson making a nice play at right field to retire Madison Central. So after 1 complete, it's Madison Central 4 and Clarksville nothing here in the state tournament on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time. What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520.
The University School of Jackson is a distinctive college preparatory school that seeks to instill a passion for academic excellence and lifelong learning so each student will reach his or her maximum potential. The USJ class of 2015 had 73 members and was awarded over $7 million in scholarships. USJ has an outstanding performing arts department and regularly performs in their 500-seat theater. At USJ, over 70% of our student body competes in athletics in state-of-the-art facilities. To learn more or to join the USJ family, visit USJBruins.org.
University School of Jackson, an education for a lifetime.
On to the second inning for Clarksville. Leading off is Aiden Baker. Baker stands in there, hits in the right side against Daniel Brooks, a right-handed pitcher from Madison Central. First pitch right down the pipe, called strike one. Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway with you here in Jackson, Tennessee, the Little League State Tournaments. The Tennessee Little League State Tournaments. Here's the 1-0, or 0-1, I should say. Fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2. Paul Schultze and Manfred Mann on the .5 digital side, where you can watch the game at .5digital.com. You can text us on our Robinson Toyota text line at 277-5.55. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he goes down swinging, does Baker. That's 731-277-5155. This one from the Robinson Toyota text line says, thank you so much for reading my text. This is Stephanie Gentry watching from Bristol, Tennessee.
Oh, I'm from up that way a little bit. I was over at Kingsport.
Well, hey, Stephanie, send me a friend request. Dan Reeves, spelled R-E-A-V-E-S. We'll know who we're talking to. That brings up J.D. Schwartz. First pitch, ball inside. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0, fouled away. Evens the count at a ball and a strike.
Stephanie, text us back. Tell us if you went to Tennessee High or Virginia High. Of course, Bristol split down the middle, and they have great athletics up there in both Bristols, Virginia and Tennessee.
Yes, they do. Beautiful part of the world up there. And Stephanie, we are working on information from the other fields. The 1-1 is outside, 2-1. And Stephanie, glad you brought that up to us. We didn't even think about it.
That's a very good thing.
Yeah.
We'll add it. Maybe we can get them to text us scores in future games.
Line shots on the ground between second and first base. And Schwartz has the first hit of the game for Clarksville. He reaches with one gone here in the top of the second inning. That's a line shot there, Coach.
You better believe that was a grass clipper right there.
Now up to bat number 13, Michael Davidson.
This brings up Michael Davidson, the right-handed hitting Davidson. First pitch, fastball, strike one. And that time, Daniel Brooks almost went all the way down to sidearm, Coach.
Yeah, like Ted Eulander and a guy named Abernathy used to pitch for the Reds did that.
Here's the 0-1. Line drive down the third base line. That's a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Schwartz rounding second. He's headed to third. He'll pull up on third. And cruising into second base with a stand-up double is Michael Davidson. That was a rip down that third base line.
He did, and when you get the ball up like that, when you come sidearm, you got to keep it down. It comes up like that, and there's no advantage to being sidearm.
So Caleb Hudson will stand in there, the right fielder who made a nice play.
He really did, because he had to fight the wind on that play.
And the sun, Coach.
Yeah.
So Hudson stands in there with runners on second and third. First pitch, right down the pipe, called strike one. One out. We're at the top of the second inning. Our team from Jackson, Madison Central, has a 4-0 lead over Clarksville, but Clarksville threatening here in the top of the second. Here's the 0-1. Outside corner, called strike two. That's some heat on that ball.
He really did have some heat on that one. 0-2 count.
So 0-2 on Hudson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball one.
I know, people could see from our center field camera the shift to catcher for that outside pitch.
Yes. Big crowd on hand here at Pewborn Park in Jackson, Tennessee. Here's the 1-2. Outside. 2-2. Snap throw to third, back safely. And I tell you this, nice job. We get Madison Central has a wonderful catcher by the name of Zach Timms.
Well, he sent his calling card down there to let, hey, I will throw it.
He sure did. Here's a 2-2. Bouncing ball to shortstop. Over to first base in time for out number two, but Schwartz will score on the throw. And Davidson will advance to third base, so Clarksville is on the scoreboard. It's 4-1. Madison Central leads it, but Clarksville has cut the lead down to 3. That brings up Grayson Proctor with 2 gone and a runner on third base. First pitch, swing and a miss on Proctor.
And on that previous play, they were going to give them the run for the out on that one. And no damn, what they don't want is Madison Central the second run to get across.
The 0-1 is down low.
Just
21.
a
Nice
little bit
play.
low.
It's short by Walker Moore and a big first baseman, Carter Craig, for Madison Central American. Grayson Proctor, the ball in his strike at the plate. The 1-1, he gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner. He slides in there safely on a heads-up play by Davidson. That ball got away
Number 13.
from the catcher. It didn't get far, but Davidson was off and running, coach, and he slides in there safely, and that 4-run deficit has been sliced in half. Clarksville is making a game of this one. It's 4-2 Madison Central with 2 gone in the top of the second inning.
Well, this is going to be an explosive game. As I told you earlier, I felt like this one was going to be a little closer than the first one, and both teams capable of scoring runs. Pitching and defense will spell the difference.
Ball and 2 strikes on Grayson Proctor. The 1-2 is outside. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Grayson Proctor from Clarksville, Tennessee. Here's a 2-2. Down low. Runs the count full.
It's a good pitch, but just about an inch low.
The dimensions here at Pewborn Park, 200s all the way around. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Proctor goes down swinging, so after an inning and a half, 4-2. The advantage, Madison Central American. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Coming up next on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com.
The Jackson Generals want you to come out to the ballpark on Saturday, August 15th for Elvis Night and Saturday, August 22nd for Diamond Jacks Throwback Night. Elvis Night will include a special Elvis concert, and West Tennessee Diamond Jacks Throwback Night will include Diamond Jacks jerseys, Diamond Jacks giveaways, and Diamond Jacks memories. Plus, after each game, there will be a spectacular themed fireworks show. Get your tickets in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Some stores are too small with one focus, like spatulas, and some stores are so big they're not even sure what they carry. But Ace Hardware Jackson is just right. Looking for Bass Pro Fishing supplies or poles, hunting, fishing license? Ace is the place. Yeti coolers and supplies, Carpet Express carpet cleaner rentals, pool supplies, cabbage stain for house and decks, market umbrellas, banquet tables and chairs. You got it. Ace is the place. Locally owned and operated, open 7 days a week at 3315 North Highland Avenue in the former Wonder Bread store. Be sure to like us on Facebook at Ace of Jackson.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Little League State Tournament action here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5, presented by Southern Trucks and 4x4. Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball and Softball Academy. By Brassfield Construction, The Green Scene, Moore Studios. It's a picture-perfect hit by Mitch Carter in Moore Studio, along with First State Bank. That first inning home run was hammer time, presented by Brassfield Construction. And at First State Bank, bank freely with checking and mobile banking and check deposit. Simply convenient with mobile banking from First State Bank. Here we are in the bottom of the second inning. Here's a pop-up, shallow center field. I said pop-up. That was a fly ball put away by the center fielder. So 1 up and 1 down here at the bottom of the second inning for Madison American Central. That was that Walker Moore that led off, Coach?
No, that was Zach Timms. What happened is Coy hit on that re-entry substitution situation in the first, and this is actually Tristan Cook, who scored a run in the first inning.
So Tristan Cook, the second baseman in there for Madison Central American, with nobody on base in 1 gone. The 0-1 line foul out of play down the right field line. Davidson on the mound for Clarksville. Michael Davidson, big right-hander. 4-2. Madison leads. Line drive. Sharp base hit to left field by Cook, so he's on base with one out here at the bottom of the second inning.
That's his second time on base, and he did score in the first inning. Here comes the pitcher, Daniel Brooks, who was on with a fielder's choice but scored in the first inning.
Daniel Brooks, the pitcher
Number 99.
for Madison Central American from Jackson, Tennessee. First pitch to Daniel. Bouncing ball to left field. That's right between short and third. For a base hit, so runners on first and second as Brooks singles to left. And still only one out. Clarksville was able to put 2 runs on the board in the top half of this inning to cut Madison Central's lead down to 2 runs. So it's 4-2 Madison Central. And now with Landon Lambert up there. Runners on first and second. Coach and only one out. Madison Central trying to put together an inning.
You're right.
First pitch is upstairs, ball 1.
Lambert is 1 for 1. He scored in that first inning after a single. And Madison County's got to have offense here because both teams are going to score some runs.
1-0 is lined, right field line, twisting foul, and nobody's going to get to that one, so it's 1-1. Got the friend request from Stephanie Gentry, and Stephanie's actually promoting .5 Digital on her Facebook page. Stephanie, thank you so much, and it's nice to meet you.
And, Dan, I think we've got some scores.
We do. The 1-1 gets away from the catcher, and both runners will advance, so Brooks will take second base. And so runners on second and third for Madison Central American. So a big spot here for Lambert with a 2-1 count on him. Here's the 2-1. It's outside, 3-1. Here we go, Stephanie. Gallatin beat Rogersville 12-2 in game 1 over on field number 2. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Call, strike 2. That runs the count full. And looks like Carnes is leading your team, Bristol, 1-0, early in game number 2. And so that's Piggity Peg getting those scores for you. So she'll get us updates between innings. Here's a bouncing ball to shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first base, but not in time. Is Lambert able to beat it out? And because of that, that allows Cook to score from third base, Coach.
And Madison County gets one of those back, and he legged that one out. The shortstop, he got the way the ball hopped, that was the only place he could field it. It left him a little deep when you got to step up and have that crow hop step and throw him out.
Boy, he did all he could, didn't he, to try to make that play. That was a tough one. And, of course, Lambert with those wheels. That brings up Carter Craig, the first baseman for Madison Central. First pitch to Carter, upstairs, ball 1. So runners on the corners with 1 out. In the bottom of the second inning, Madison Central from Jackson, Tennessee with a 5-2 lead. Line, foul, down the right field line, twisting and off the fence. In right field, it's 1-1.
Davison has made some good pitches for Clarksville, and the Madison County team's been able to make pretty good contact, although they've kept a couple of balls in the infield here, just like the legged out hit we just had.
Ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch upstairs, 2-1 on Craig.
First and third, Dan, I don't see the steal on, though, and I'm trying to steal signs here, too, so I can see what the action
Coach
is.
is observing. Here's the 2-1. It's inside, 3-1 on Carter Craig.
And it is inside. I'm sitting right on the edge of the plate.
Great luck. We thank our sponsors that include Peggy Graves Real Estate Team. The 3-1 is outside, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. And stepping up, there's the very dangerous Benjamin Whitnell. So 1 out and the bases loaded for Benjamin Whitnell. Madison leading 5-2 over Clarksville. Little League All-Stars. First pitch gets away. Here comes Brooks digging for home, and he's going to slide in there safely. Oh, boy. And rounding third base 2 wide. Now he's going to come home and scores Lambert. Here goes the throw to third, and safe there as well as Craig slides in. And the wheels kind of came off there for a moment. As Craig really rounded third base too wide, but to Craig's credit, he kept his head up and he scored as well. So it's 7-2.
Well, the old butterflies, when you take that big turn and all of a sudden that ball's behind you, but you know what he did? He took off like a blue streak towards the plate and got in there.
He sure did.
Good timeout by the Clarksville coach, too, to settle his team down.
7-2. Madison Central American leading Clarksville. This Clarksville team is really good, so don't expect them to fold up 10 and go home.
No, they'll come back to the plate in their half of the inning, and they'll be very aggressive up there.
Our sponsors include USJ, the University School of Jackson. Visit usjbruins.org. By Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park. By Hardy Martin, Donahoe, Owens, and Wright. By Marco's Pizza, where you can buy it by the slice right here at the Little League State Tournaments. Marco's. For delivery, call 300-0400 or order online at marcos.com. Marco's, the best pizza in town, on Van Drive in front of the Home Depot. By the Hughes Ice Center. The 1-1 pitch to Whitnell is outside, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. The Hughes Ice Center and the LASIK Center of Jackson on Stonebridge in Jackson. 1-2 on Whitnell. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. So the first game on Field 2, Gallatin beat Rogersville 12-2. Carnes leads Bristol 1-0 early in the game. The 2-2 foul out of play. You get us another update on that, please. Thank you very much.
And I want to say hey to my folks in Rogersville. That's just to the west of Kingsport. Actually, part of Kingsport's in Sullivan County, or gets over into Hawkins County.
2-2. Fouled away again. We'll do it over. Is Whitnell battling up there?
Oh, he is. He's a contact man. Even though he kind of missed that second strike pitch, he grounded out to shortstop a while ago.
2-2 on Benjamin Whitnell. Here it is. Upstairs, runs the count full. He's a tough out, isn't he, Coach?
He is, and what he's done is he's worked the pitcher and made him throw a lot of pitches, Dan. And again, the strategy behind the pitch count is so important in Little League Baseball.
Payout pitch on its way. Oh, in the inside corner, call strike 3. Beautifully placed by Davidson to strike out Whitnell.
There's a little black strip there, and it caught just a little bit of the black strip, which is part of the strike zone and the plate.
That will bring up the left fielder, Will Cisco, who singled sharply to right field in his first at-bats. With a runner on third base and 2 gone. First pitch to Will. Downstairs, ball 1. It's 7-2, Madison Central American leading Clarksville. Coach, Stephanie says my husband went to Tennessee High, and I went to East.
He's a good man, and I know where Sullivan East is.
There's a pop-up on the infield. Is going to be handled by the second baseman, so Madison Central American retired here in the second inning. We'll move to the third inning. Madison Central out of Jackson, Tennessee, 7, and Clarksville, 2. In the 12-year-old Tennessee State Little League Tournament on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
West Tennessee, $1 is worth more than you think. At least it is on Thursdays with the Jackson Generals. Tickets, hot dogs, popcorn, and 12-ounce soda and beer are all just $1 each. There are only a few dollar nights left this season. July 23rd, August 6th, August 13th, and August 20th. You can also get your dollar night tickets presented by State Farm agent Wes Harris in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained a reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate his first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
On to the third inning we go. It's 7-2. Madison Central out of Jackson, leading Clarksville here in the state tournament for Little League Baseball, the 12-year-olds. And Zach Christie will lead off for Clarksville. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway on the play-by-play with you here. Seabass, who's an alum of Austin P over in Clarksville, is our executive producer. Paul Schultze and Manfred Mann on the .5 Digital side, where you can watch the game at .5digital.com. Danye Brooks, the right-handed pitcher for Madison Central. First pitch is right in there, Coach, for strike one.
He was. He had a little juice on that one and some movement.
Here's the 0-1. A little bit upstairs, a ball and a strike on Zach Christie.
Real fine shortstop, Christie. Davis Ali is in left field now. Whitnell is moved into third, Dan. That's one of those re-entry substitutions.
The 1-1 is upstairs. It's 2-1 on Christie. Got an update here. Bottom of the third inning, it's Bristol now with a 2-1 lead over Carnes. The 2-1 pitch here on Christie is line foul down the right field line. So there you go, Stephanie. Your team is leading 2-1. In the bottom of the third inning, Bristol 2 and Carnes 1. Thanks to Piggity Peg, our lovely assistant, running down those scores. Here's the 2-2. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again.
And another message for Stephanie. She can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Sullivan North used to be Linview High School, and it was combined with a couple. And, of course, her husband went to a school that had Derek Horde, the former Kentucky player from a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. 2-2. Fouled down the first base line. Christie with a very stingy at bat here. He's not cooperating with the pitcher, Danye Brooks.
Well, he's running that pitch count up and doing what he's supposed to. Good little contact, man.
He sure is. This game brought to you in part by Jackson Generals Baseball. Folks, that's the Double-A baseball team of the Seattle Mariners. It plays right here in Jackson, Tennessee. Here's a 2-2. Bouncing ball back to the mound, and Brooks has it and underhands over to first. For round number one, Brooks is that good of an athlete. Coach, that was sharply hit back to the mound.
It was. Christie hit it hard, and Brooks looked like a big cat pouncing on something.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Quick as a cat, as they say.
And we're going to have a pitching change.
Yeah, that'll do it for Danye Brooks. He did well. We'll be back in 60 seconds to fill you in with the details. And after this station identification to our stations on down the line, it's 7-2, Madison Central American top three. Let's take a 30-second break. Let's do that. We'll be right back with you on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Dr. Howerton at Patient-Centered Physicians Care is committed to unhurried, compassionate, and affordable health care. She dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit. You have time to talk about your concerns and needs, and you can afford this type of health care. It costs less than a cup of coffee per day. Together, you and Dr. Howerton determine how to meet your health care goals. Call 731-215-2888 or visit pc3md.com to learn more about this type of personalized and affordable health care.
This is WNWS FM Jackson. News from the Associated Press brought to you by the Hughes Eye Center, the best in medical and surgical eye care. 112 Stonebridge, Jackson.
Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway with you from the Tennessee Little League State Tournament for the 12-year-olds. Seabass producing and directing. Paul Schultze and Manfred Mann on the .5 Digital side. Mark still at the plate. Coach, we got a brand new pitcher for Madison Central American.
And this is Tristan Cook, who is one of the good pitchers in the Madison Central League, and he also plays football.
Right-handed pitcher. First pitch is right down to pipe, call strike one.
And you just saw his best pitch, Dan. That's the fastball.
The heater.
Good old number one.
0-1 on Barksdale. The 0-1 is in the dirt. 1-1. Mention the Jackson Generals. They'll be back in town Monday for a 7-game homestand. The Braves in town for 2, and then Montgomery for 5. Starts on Monday. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. If you don't have your tickets, dial 988-5299 or visit online at JacksonGeneralsBaseball.com. You know, Thursday's dollar nights.
That's my night.
Oh, boy. Bouncing ball up the middle. Brooks fields it, but not in time. He won't even make a throw. He's Barksdale legs out a single, an infield single. Brooks did a great job just to field that ball and wisely just held on to it.
You're right, Dan, and Barksdale was really pushing it, getting down that line. I like the way he ran. He accelerated as he got to the 30-foot mark. It's not a 45-foot lane like in Major League Baseball, but they do have a 30-foot line.
This will bring Elliott Shaw to the plate. Do I have the spelling right, Coach?
Shayo.
Elliott Shayo. The left-handed hitting Shayo. Stands in there. First pitch, ball 1. 1 out, runner on first base. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Madison Central 7 and Clarksville 2. Here's the 1-0. Held up, check swing, gets 2-0. That ball just inside.
Shayo is 0 for 1 today. He lined to left field on that great catch by Cisco a while ago.
2 balls, no strikes on Shayo. 2-0, line down the left field line, twisting, foul, and out of play.
Seems to like to try to hit to left field.
This Friday at the ballpark, it's Free Cash Friday at the ballpark in Jackson. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again. Then this Saturday night, or well, next Saturday night, it's Christmas in July. Get festive with holiday-themed fireworks extravaganza at the ballpark. Next Saturday when the Jackson Generals return to town. They'll be home starting Monday. Here's the 2-2 pitch on its way. Upstairs, runs the count full as Shayo, Elliott Shayo, standing in there, battling against Tristan Cook, the new pitcher from Madison Central. Here's the payoff pitch on its way. Oh, call strike 3. He may have went around on that one, or it may have been on the corner. It was close, Coach. But either way, Shayo goes down on strikes for out number 2, and that's a big one here in the top of the 3rd inning with Madison Central out of Jackson, Tennessee, leading 7-2 over Clarksville.
And, of course, that's Cook's first strikeout. Here comes Alex Williams, who is 0 for 1 on the day as he grounded out to second base.
So Williams, the big right-handed hitter, standing in there. Checked swing, fouled back to the screen, strike 1.
He checked it and then was trying to get out of the way of it, but that one started boring in on him and he fouled it off.
Boy, it did. It was right again on his hands. Tristan Cook has that ability. Here's the 0-1. In the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and there goes the runner spinning down to second, and he makes a wide turn, almost took a chance on going to third base, but he pulls in at second.
He really did take a chance, and he was trying to force the issue. About one more step, you would have seen Zach Timms and his cannon throw one down there.
He got an arm, didn't he? 1 ball and 1 strike. Popped him up, right field line. Shallow right field, twisting, and foul by inches. I mean, that was going to be a double, maybe a triple, but by inches, Williams sees his triple go away. It's a foul ball.
And that's a very good umpire that's down there. Ted Kessler, I believe, and Dan, you correct me if I'm wrong, he is the Kessler brother that umpires in the Southern League as a relief umpire, or is it one of the other brothers?
You know, I'm not sure.
Well, one of the Kessler brothers does umpire in the Southern League when the umpire gets sick or so.
Here's the 1-2. Bouncing ball up the middle. That's a base hit. That's going to get a run home. Rounding third base and sprinting home is Barksdale, and they've got Williams hung up and thrown out at first base. That's what happens when you hit your cutoffs. They caught Williams a little bit too wide to turn on first, but the run will count as Barksdale scored before Williams was thrown out at first base. So after 2.5 innings, we move to the bottom of the third. It's Madison Central American 7 and Clarksville 3 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained a reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate's first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Birthday parties with the Jackson Generals are a home run. Each party includes pizza, drinks, cake, baseball, monkey bars, fun zone inflatables, and on Saturdays, fireworks. And just when you're ready to pick up and leave, remember that we handle all the cleaning up. At only $12 per child, get peace of mind. And more info by calling 988-5299. That's 988-5299. Or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
On to the bottom of the third inning, Davis Lee leading off for Madison Central American. My name's Dan Reeves along with Coach Joe Holloway. Coach, I think we got some changes, though.
Yeah, we do. For Clarksville, they've got some changes out in the field. Abernathy has come on for Proctor, and then Jeb Burchett has come on for Hudson. Both of those changes in the outfield.
Davidson still on the mound for Clarksville. First pitch to Salee is right down the pipe, called strike one. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a miss, it's 0-2.
Good, healthy cut. Salee comes from one of the basketball families of Jackson. I can't think of anybody that didn't play basketball of his uncles and aunts.
Here's the 0-2. Stays alive, fouls it off at home plate. Some good football players, too, coming out of that Salee family.
Well,
oh, boy.
Well, of course, Brian played both football and basketball.
Yep. 0-2 on Davis Salee. Here's the pitch. Outside, Davis able to hold up, check his swing, it's 1-2.
And all three girls, very good basketball players. And matter of fact, Shannon played for Northside in the state tournament in '87 in that infamous game with Shelby.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. Line drive, right field. That's going to be hauled in. Out there, another nice play for the right fielder. For Clarksville, that young man is Caleb Hudson making a play out there because Salee really got into that one, Coach Joe.
You're right about that. Actually, Burchett's out there on the substitution rule, and he will bat this next inning.
Coach has to keep me straight on those because they do start substituting. Thank you, Coach. Here's a ground ball to second base. Fielded cleanly over to first. For out number 2, that was Andrew Coy with the first pitch swinging. He nearly beat that out, but a nice play by the second baseman. For Clarksville, that's Elliott Shayo. That brings to the plate Zach Tim, the leadoff man for Madison Central American, with 2 down and nobody on base. First pitch inside, ball 1. We are in the bottom of the third inning. Jackson's team, Madison Central American 7 and Clarksville 3, Coach.
Yeah, Tim's 1 for 2 with a home run to lead the game off.
Downstairs, it's 2-0. Hey, Stephanie, here's another update for you. Bristol 4 and Carnes 1 in the top of the fourth inning. Thanks to Piggity Peg for running those down. Outside, it's 3-0 on Tim's.
Peggy's a jewel when it comes to hard work.
You ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. Here's a 3-0. Ball 4. Timms earns a 2-out walk. He's on first base. 2 gone in the bottom of the third. It's 7-3. Madison Central American has the lead. This brings up the pitcher, well, who was pitching, Tristan Cook. Cook hits out of the 2-hole. Big right-handed hitter. He's dangerous too, Coach.
He is 2 for 2 and 2 runs scored.
First pitch gets away, and there goes Timms down to second base. Zach Timms has had quite a day. He led off the bottom of the first inning with a solo home run.
Yes, he did, and there wasn't much doubt it got out of here. He's in scoring position even with 2 outs. He'll be running on the crack of the bat.
1-0 pitch. Popped him up. Fly ball, shallow right field. Burchett is there and puts it away for out number 3. So Madison Central American unable to get a run home here in the third inning. We'll move on to the fourth. It's Madison Central American 7 and Clarksville 3 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
You get sick, you go to the doctor. Makes sense. But how about staying healthy so you don't become ill? Preventogenics is the new approach to healthcare in West Tennessee. Don't become a statistic. Every 33 seconds, someone in the U.S. dies from cardiovascular disease. Preventogenics is committed to providing the most up-to-date technologies to prevent heart attacks and strokes. In the next year, more than 920,000 of your fellow Americans will have a heart attack, and nearly half of them will occur without prior symptoms or warning signs. That's scary stuff. No warning, no symptoms. But the reality is that heart disease is the #1 cause of death for both men and women. And if you survive, one major cardiovascular disease event can cost up to $1 million per patient. See Jeff Young at Preventogenics, located at 162 Murray Guard Drive, or call 731-300-0044. Preventogenics offers the next generation in heart attack and stroke prevention, general health, wellness, weight loss, diabetes management, as well as primary care services. See Jeff Young at Preventogenics, keeping you young at heart.
What a great feeling to come home and find that Green Scene Landscape Company has your lawn perfectly cut and the landscape's been freshly trimmed and mulched. Green Scene Landscape Company will make your landscape beautiful, which according to research can add up to 42% of homes' values. Green Scene Landscaping has a 5-star rating and is fully licensed and insured. They specialize in both residential and commercial lawn maintenance, irrigation, lighting, and outdoor kitchens and patios. Green Scene Landscaping Company, 267-2520.
Little League State Tournament here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com, brought to you by our friends over at Great American Sports. Also presented by Minuteman Press, Ace Hardware of Jackson, Preventogenics, Wireless Dimensions, the WD, cell phone accessories and more in the Old Hickory Mall in front of Victoria's Secret, and that ain't a bad place to be. By the Hughes Eye Center and LASIK Center of Jackson. By Peggy Graves Real Estate. By Patient-Centered Physicians Care. By Old Country Auto. By the Jackson Generals Baseball Club. By Marco's Pizza on Van Drive. By the way, Coach, you can enjoy that great taste of Marco's Pizza right here at the ballpark. By the slice. Marco'sPizza.com or Marcos.com for delivery, or call 300-0400. Baker leads off the fourth inning for Clarksville. And we've got Tristan Cook still on the mound for Madison Central American, Coach.
That's right. 0 for 1 for Baker. He was a strikeout victim his first time up.
0-1 on him this time. 0-1 pitch nearly hit him. He did good to get out of the way of that one.
He did, and we need to say that for Madison County, Walker Moore back into the contest at shortstop. Brooks at third now.
Coach Joe Holloway staying on top of things here, doing a fantastic job. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, that may have hit him. It did. It nicked his jersey, looked like, Coach. So Baker will lead off with a walk to first base.
And that's the kind of thing, a good pitcher, but 2 inside pitches. The release point is off a little bit, and it'll get you in trouble because Dizzy Dean used to say, oh, those bases on balls.
Oh, he was right. Brings up J.D. Schwartz. J.D. hits on the right side. First pitch, ball 1 outside. So man on first base. Nobody out. Top of the fourth inning. Clarksville and Madison Central American. Clarksville at the plate. It's 7-3. Madison leads. 1-0. Fastball. Swinging a miss. Strike 1. He blew that one past it, Coach.
He really did. That one had some mustard on it. J.D. Schwartz is 1 for 1 and has scored a run.
He's had himself a good day. Here's the 1-1 pitch to JD. Inside, it's 1-1. Or make it 2-1, pardon me.
And there's that release point again, not holding it just long enough and following through, and its pitches are going inside.
2 balls and 1 strike. Here's Cook on calling. The 2-1 is upstairs, 3-1. Now, Coach Joe and I would love to hear your thoughts if you will text us, if you're listening and watching today's game. On our Robinson Toyota text line, it's 731-277-5155. Here's the 3-1. Right down to pipe, call strike 2. That Robinson Toyota text line again is 277-5155. We love to hear from folks across the state, don't we, Coach?
Oh, we love it. There's 3 grand divisions here, and we love all of you.
Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball, second base. Fielded cleanly. Over to second for 1. And no throw to first base, but a beautiful job over at second base. Making that play, and they made sure of 1 out. Over there on second base was... What am I need glasses, Coach.
Now, are you looking for the hitter or the fielder?
Second baseman.
Oh, second baseman, Will Cisco.
That's Will Cisco that's over there now. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, I'll have to have the councilman get you some glasses.
Thank you, Coach. And we get a pitching change, so we'll take a 60-second timeout here. With 1 out at the top of the 4th inning, it's Madison Central American 7 and Clarksville 3 on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Dr. Howerton at Patient-Centered Physicians Care is committed to unhurried, compassionate, and affordable health care. She dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit. You have time to talk about your concerns and needs, and you can afford this type of health care. It costs less than a cup of coffee per day. Together, you and Dr. Howerton determine how to meet your health care goals. Call 731-215-2888 or visit pc3md.com to learn more about this type of personalized and affordable health care.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
Back at the Little League State Tournament, Coach Joe Holloway, Dan Reeves, and at bat, Michael Davison, the pitcher. On the mound now, Walker Moore, and Moore evens the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a runner on first. Outfield slightly shaded to right field, infield at normal depth. And there's strike 2. You could hear the umpire's call in there. You're listening to .5 Digital and WNWS.com, or actually 101.5. Paul Schultze with Worthy Road here. Here's the pitch. And a nice pitch by Walker Moore. And he gets the second out via strikeout. That's his first strikeout of the day. And that makes it 2 outs with a runner on first. And Burchett. Coming up, Jeb Burchett wearing number 80. He's made a couple of really nice catches out in right field. Again, shading to right, and there's the pitch a little low. 7-3 your score. Madison County Central leading the Clarksville National All-Star team. Good crowd on hand. We've got them out around the outfield. There's the pitch right down Main Street. Evens the count at 1-1 with 2 outs. Got fans in the stands, although the aluminum bleachers can be a little hot at this time. Getting ready, Walker Moore, for the 1-1 pitch on the way, just a little low. I love the umpiring here. They give good hand signals. It's easy to tell what's happening. Good crew. We're in the top of the 4th. Here's Moore's pitch. Lined, and boy, Tristan Cook took that liner right there. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left at the end of 3.5 innings of play. Madison County Central 7, Clarksville Nationals 3. Let's take a timeout on News Talk 101.5 and .5 Digital.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches. But if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Alan Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Alan is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownalanbrown.com today.
Hi, this is Stephen Rich from the WD in the mall. At the WD, we specialize in every kind of accessory for your cell phone, smartphone, iPad, iPod, and more. But we don't charge the high prices the big guys do. At the WD, you get chargers for your car, home, cell phone cases, otter boxes, protective cases for your phone, iPad, iPod, plus holsters, screen protectors, and you save up to 50% or more. Come see us today at the WD in the mall, right in front of Victoria's Secret, or visit us online at WDJackson.com.
As a business owner, Mike Hines of Minuteman Press understands the importance of time-saving business forms that organize, streamline, and professionally present your business to clients. Minuteman Press has products to fit any budget. Mike offers solutions, service, and timely delivery of business forms, cards, stationery, and presentations. Contact Mike Hines of Minuteman Press to save you time and money when it comes to your business forms. Call 664-5880 or go online to jackson.minutemanpress.com.
And back at Pewborn Park, where the Tennessee State Little League tournament's being played. It's a double elimination tournament. Our executive producer back at the studio is Seabass, and what a wonderful job he is doing. Dan Reeves will be back with us in just a moment. And let's see if we've had a pitching change. We'll check that out. Looks like a different pitcher on the mound. No, I believe that is still our man number 13. That is Davidson, if my roster is correct, Michael Davidson. And to lead it off for the Madison County Central team, looks like Daniel Brooks, who's 1 for 2. He'll be followed by Lambert and Craig. 7-3 your score. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Nowhere close to the 10-run rule. Very good ball game. Both teams can score runs. Both have played some good defense. Here is the first pitch by Davidson. It's high and tight to Brooks, and he bends away from it. Checks his third base coach out. Outfield playing straight away, maybe a shade of a step or two in left field towards the line. Here's the pitch by Davidson. Popped up. High pop fly. Center fielder coming on hard and dives for it because it's a little tricky. We've got some wind out here, and Brooks has popped out for the first out in the inning. So with 1 out, Landon Lambert coming to the plate. He is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. And Nathan Barksdale, well, let's see. Hitter is Lambert. Lambert. Now it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Let's check and see. Don't want to jump too quick because the coaches, but they have to watch this pitch count. And they're going to talk to the pitcher, so it may just be a situational talk. And my good friend Dan Reeves is stepping back in here, and he will take over with the play-by-play because he's the best, and I will go back to doing what I do well.
Well, Coach, you are wonderful at everything you do. I'll tell you that. We got an update for you over at the field number 2. No, we don't. Peggy, that's not an update. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, Peggy. Bristol still leads that game, Coach, but it's gotten tighter. It's 4-3. Bristol leading Carnes in the top of the 4th inning.
And, Dan, that's getting to be a white knuckler, and it looks like Alex Williams is going to come on for the Clarksville team. And Williams, a right-handed pitcher. Looks like he's got a pretty good fastball. We'll see if we can pick up some of these changes.
Yeah, we'll take a 30-second break and do that on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Sports play such a big role in so many children's lives, and they create memories that last a lifetime. At Great American Sports, we specialize in all sports apparel and equipment, as well as embroidery and screen printing. We are the largest bat supply in West Tennessee, and we carry the Easton Mako bat. At Great American Sports, we make sports an addiction. We're located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard. Call us today at 422-6203. Great American Sports, where West Tennessee gets ready for game time.
You said you wrote
Welcome back here to Oakfield Park, Pew Boyd Park in Oakfield in Jackson, Tennessee for the Tennessee Little League State Tournament for the 12-year-olds. Our first game saw South Nashville win 17-0 over Tullahoma. And here in our second game, it's 7-3. Our team from Jackson leading Clarksville 7-3 in the top of the fourth inning with 1 out and nobody on base. And, Coach, we got a few changes to tell you about.
Well, the big one is that you've got Williams, and this Williams is Alex Williams wearing number 5 coming in to pitch. And they have actually put the infield pretty much back like it was to start the game except for the first baseman.
I said the top of the fourth. I meant the bottom of the fourth inning. And Madison Central American is at the dish, leading 7-3. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Seabass, who is an alum of Austin Peay University in Clarksville, is our executive producer. Here's a 2-0 in the dirt, 3-0. Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann on the .5 Digital side of things, where you can watch this game at .5digital.com. You can text us your thoughts while you watch and listen. Here's a 3-0. Outside ball 4. Our text line, Robinson Toyota text line is 731-277-5155. 731-277-5155. And, Coach, we've heard from people in New York City, Houston, Texas, Bristol, Tennessee, Tullahoma, Tennessee today during the broadcast.
Well, I believe we heard from one from Clarksville, too, earlier.
Yeah, yep. Here's the first pitch. It's outside ball 1 to Craig, and the ball gets away, and there goes the runner down to second base. At the plate here is Carter Craig, and he is a dangerous hitter from the right side.
He is a power man, 0 for 1 today with a walk in the second inning.
Here's the 1-0. Ball 2 outside. 2-0. This Robinson Toyota text says, so happy to see Little League Baseball here. My boys played. I worked with Tommy Hatchett as a player agent for several years. Great times and memories. Thank you for sending that in. Tommy Hatchett is a wonderful human being, and Coach.
He's one of Jackson and Madison County's treasures, Dan.
Yeah.
Someday we need to list some of the people that are real treasures for this county.
You're right, Coach. 3-0. On Carter Craig, 3-0. Ball 4 gets away, and there goes the runner to third. So we're going to have runners on the corners with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth inning with Jackson leading 7-3. May as well just call them Jackson, right, Coach? They're the only team left from Jackson, Tennessee.
Right, but you got to represent all of Madison County. I agree with you because I've played in the Jackson Little League, but this is actually Madison County Central. We got Madison County North, and it encompasses the whole county. In the old days, it was Dixie Youth in the county and the Little League in the city.
That's right. Well, Coach shot that down because he wants to do things the right way. That's why he's
here. Well, that's
here.
all right. You're the man. It's Jackson, Madison County.
Coach, you do a great job, man.
Am I PC?
You always are.
Okay. Most of the time.
You always are sometimes.
Yeah.
Seabass, how you doing back there, big fella?
I'm doing fine.
Doing fine.
I know one thing. He better not be eating any Asia Garden or I'm going to get him.
Country bumpkin. I can't call him big fella anymore. Medium-sized fella.
Yeah, he's shrinking all the time. I'm going to be bigger than he is before it's over with.
He's looking great, too.
Yeah. I'm going to get him a fight with the champ. I believe he's just about ready to go 10 rounds with the champ.
Well, I don't know about that. Benjamin Whitnell was standing there with 1 gone and runners on the corners. First pitch, ball 1. See Charlie Farrell out there umpiring second base.
Well, you notice our umpires changed uniforms between game or tops. They were in blue first game.
Yep. They opted for the lighter colored.
I don't blame them.
I don't either. Here's the 1-0. Curveball right in there, call strike 1.
Well, that was right down Main Street.
Wasn't that a beauty?
It was. It was very nice.
And here it's Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. We love to promote Jackson and Madison County at every opportunity we get, Coach, whether it's high school, Little League, college. We are all about Jackson, Madison County, and what's best for the people of Jackson, Madison County. This is our home. We love it. So we do all this to to showcase Jackson and Madison County, and working with great people like Jackson Little League Baseball.
Wonderful people.
Wonderful people. So the 2-2 foul out of play. So we love it. I mean, we love to promote high school sports where we can.
And Dan, I got to say, I love my 3 years in Kingsport, but in 1977, I clicked my heels 3 times and said, there's no place like home, there's no place like home, and came home. Thurman Reynolds hired me.
What a great guy. 2-2 pitch downstairs. It's full count. So if any way we can help you, we'd love to here at Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com. In fact, if you want to move in towards the radio, let's do a group hug here.
Absolutely.
Here's the payoff. Ball forward. Here comes the runner. Gets away for the catcher. Sliding it home. Safe is Lambert. It's 8-3. Madison Central American. And Craig moves over to second base. And this is going to bring up Will Cisco as Benjamin Whitnell reached on that walk. So the ever-dangerous Will Cisco will bat from the left side with one gone and runners on first and second. At the bottom of the fourth with Madison leading Clarksville 8-3, Coach.
And Will Cisco 1 for 2, but he tattooed a single in the first inning, and it was a big hit there.
Well, Coach, we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bristol now 7 and Carnes 3. There you go, Stephanie. There's your update. First pitch right in there. Call strike one at Will Cisco.
I believe Will was taking all the way on that one. And, Dan, I just heard from Kingsport, Tennessee. Moose Henry's listening up there.
Who?
Moose Henry.
Hey, Moose. Here's the 0-1. Just outside 1-1. Now, who's Moose Henry?
Moose is a guy that I coached basketball with, and he and I worked for the recreation department, and we coached some feeder teams for Buck Van Huss at Dobbins Bennett against Bristol High's Bobby Chambers.
Okay. Well, Moose, pleasure to meet you. Here's the 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. We've been talking with people. Please text us here. We've talked with people from New York City, from Houston, Texas, Clarksville, Tennessee, Tullahoma, Tennessee, Bristol, Tennessee. All today here during our telecast. Our text line, well, we got it right here on our screen, is 731-277-5155, 731-277-5155, Robinson Toyota text line. 3-1 on Will Cisco. Here's a 3-1 offering. In the dirt, gets away. And Cisco will take first base. And, Coach, that's going to load the bases for Madison Central American from Jackson, Tennessee against this Clarksville team. And only one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
And it looks like the re-entry rule is going to be put into effect. Malachi Anderson, who when we were doing city championship games, he had some big hits. He's a little man, but he can hit the ball and run like the wind.
He can. He's a great athlete, isn't he?
He is. Plays a lot of sport. I believe he likes art, too. Very artistic. He draws and paints and stuff.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change as well, so that'll give us, we'll take the timeout with them as they make the changes. With one out in the bottom of the fourth inning, it's the team from Jackson, Madison Central American 8 and Clarksville 3 on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
The Peggy Graves team is known as the area's most trusted real estate team. For 25 years, the Peggy Graves team has set the pace in residential sales in Jackson and surrounding counties. The Peggy Graves team finds the perfect home for buyers and gets homes sold quickly for sellers. Peggy Graves and her team have the knowledge and expertise in our real estate market to make your experience fast, easy, and simple. Contact Jackson's most trusted real estate team, the Peggy Graves team, 664-2342, or go online at peggygraves.com.
The Jackson Generals want you to come out to the ballpark on Saturday, August 15th for Elvis Night and Saturday, August 22nd for Diamond Jacks Throwback Night. Elvis Night will include a special Elvis concert, and West Tennessee Diamond Jacks Throwback Night will include Diamond Jacks jerseys, Diamond Jacks giveaways, and Diamond Jacks memories. Plus, after each game, there will be a spectacular themed fireworks show. Get your tickets in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
There we go. Anderson at the plate here. Malachi Anderson for Madison Central American with one gone in the bottom of the fourth inning. Madison Central with an 8-3 lead, and here's Coach Joe with the changes to the lineup.
And the pitcher is Zach Christie. And boy, he threw that little side armor there and got in. And then we've got Stewart now that was at first at the start of games on third. Williams moves back to short.
That first pitch, Coach Joe mentioned, it was an off-speed curveball. Swinging a miss, strike one on Malachi Anderson. The second pitch is outside. It evens the count at a ball and a strike.
And we know Zach Christie's got a good, strong arm because he's made that throw from shortstop.
The 1-1 inside. Here's Robinson Choi to Texas. What exactly do you type in to watch the game? Go to point5digital.com. You spell out point, point5digital.com. Here's the 2-1. Outside, 3-1.
And Dan, it's a numeral 5 because a lot of people type in 5, and I don't think that gets you. You got to type the numeral 5.
Exactly. Spell out point, and then the number 5, point5digital.com. Then you'll scroll down to sports, and you'll see Little League Baseball State Tournaments. Click on it. It'll take you right to the page. And brought to you by great sponsors like Jackson Baseball and Softball Academy, Chuck Walker and Company, Stone, or not Stone, it's right there, Parkstone Place next to Sparky's Pizzeria. Payoff, lined up the middle, base hit. That's going to get one run home. So a sharp single by Malachi Anderson will send Carter Craig home, and it's 9-3. Madison Central American. That was a crisp, sharp hit right up the middle, Coach.
It was solid. He starts with an open stance, but as the pitch is being thrown, closes the stance and strides towards the pitcher. And he may be small in stature, but that young man hits the ball.
Here's Walker Moore. First pitch swinging and missing. Bases still loaded. Christie, the new pitcher for Clarksville. Walker Moore, 0-1 count on him with the bases jammed. Here's the 0-1 inside. And leaving the count at a ball and a strike.
Swartz did a good job keeping that pitch in front of him so he didn't get behind him. Bases loaded, Dan, so you got to force it any base.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Oh, beauty on the outside corner.
A little sidearm curve is working. It has a little spin to it. Those watching on there, you can tell the picture was good. I was watching the picture and picked it up.
Beautiful pitcher there, and here's the 1-2 line left field. That's going to drop, base hit. 1 run will score, and everybody will move up one station and hold there as Whitnell comes in on the line drive base hit by Walker Moore. The single to left field. It's 10-3. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Madison Central American, and now Timms, the leadoff man, Zach Timms, who homered to lead the game off, will stand in there with the bases juiced.
1 for 2 today, home run and a walk.
First pitch, popped him up. This one's drifting towards center field, shallow. Here comes the center fielder on the run to make the catch. A nice play by the center fielder. He had to run a long way to get to that ball. That's Matthew Barksdale who made that play, or Nathan Barksdale. That was a nice play. So the runners, it was not deep enough to get a run home. So bases remain loaded. Now 2 outs for Tristan Cook.
And he's 2 for 3.
First pitch to Cook on that outside corner. He calls strike 1. Tristan's had a great day.
He really has. I think right now Madison Central's taking the first pitch, Dan.
Why not with the bases loaded? Here's the 0-1. Line to base hit right field. 1 run will score. Rounding third base is Anderson. He's coming home. Here comes a throw. No throw's going to come. It's cut off at first base. Anderson scores, and Cisco scores as Tristan Cook with that sharp single to right field. It's 12-3. Madison Central American has really blown this game open.
And they threw behind the runner, and now we have batted around, and the man that led the inning off flying to center field, Daniel Brooks, who is 1 for 3 today. Boy, he could help his cause right here, Dan.
Yeah, and he pitched fantastic before he ran out of pitches, did he, Coach?
Yes, he did. And they're letting Cook. He had to dive back in. They threw behind the runner on the big turn, which is not a bad strategy. The tag just didn't quite get there in time.
12-3. Team from Jackson, Tennessee, Madison Central American leading Clarksville.
And Dan, a base hit here would be a walk-off hit. Remember the 10-run rule in 4. So Brooks can really help his cause. He'd be the winning pitcher.
First pitch to Brooks, outside, ball 1. They've done a great job. Shane Sisko, who's the coach of one of the coaches from Madison Central American, along with Bart Whitnell and Ben Vargason. 1-0 line, foul out of play down that left field line.
You got to hold longer to hit that pitch.
Yeah, Shane is also the president of Madison County Little League, and they have done a great job here at Pewborn Park getting this all set for the state tournaments for the 12-year-olds. Here's the 1-1 to Brooks. Popped him up. Shortstop or third baseman asked for it, and he dropped it.
And that should be the ball game.
And Moore will score, and that's going to be the ball game. And your heart goes out to that young man looking right up into the sun.
And the wind. It picked up right when the young man, and you got to feel for him.
Oh, boy. That was a much tougher play than it appeared because of the sun and the wind, Coach. But that's going to give Madison Central American the win, 13-3. We'll be back with the totals and highlights. This game been brought to you by Southern Trucks and 4x4. Total Sports Academy and Jackson Baseball and Softball Academy. Brassfield Construction, the Green Seed. Moore Studio with Mitch Carter. First State Bank by State Farm agent downtown Allen Brown. By Boykin Landscaping with Grant Boykin and Company. By USJ, University School of Jackson. By Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park. By Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens & Wright, West Tennessee's premier law firm. By Marco's Pizza. Visit marcos.com to order your pizza on Van Drive in front of the Home Depot. And the Jackson Generals baseball team. We'll be right back with more sponsors and highlights and all that good stuff. And Lawson Mann will be our post-game guest coming up here in just a moment. Stay with us here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
West Tennessee, $1 is worth more than you think. At least it is on Thursdays with the Jackson Generals. Tickets, hot dogs, popcorn, and 12-ounce soda and beer are all just $1 each. There are only a few dollar nights left this season. July 23rd, August 6th, August 13th, and August 20th. You can also get your dollar night tickets presented by State Farm agent Wes Harris in advance by calling 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
The Moore Studio has been a West Tennessee tradition for over 100 years, and we're still going strong, offering all kinds of professional photography, specializing in portrait and event photography. We feature studio and outdoor portraits and cover events like weddings, class reunions, and other celebrations. Our unique outdoor Liberty Street Gardens affords many opportunities for beautiful portrait settings in the heart of downtown Jackson. In addition, we are experienced in commercial and website photography. 427-1296.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained a reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late-model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate's first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Dr. Howerton at Patient-Centered Physicians Care is committed to unhurried, compassionate, and affordable health care. She dedicates at least 30 minutes to each visit. You have time to talk about your concerns and needs, and you can afford this type of health care. It costs less than a cup of coffee per day. Together, you and Dr. Howerton determine how to meet your health care goals. Call 731-215-2888 or visit pc3md.com to learn more about this type of personalized and affordable health care.
The first thing people notice when they pull up to your home or business is what it looks like on the outside. How the grass looks. Is it pleasing to the eye? Boykins Mowing and Landscape has been keeping their customers satisfied for over a decade. Licensed and bonded, Boykins can improve the health and quality of your lawn today. From mowing and weed control to mulching and stump grinding, Boykins does it all. Call Boykins Mowing and Landscaping at 394-7249 and let them set you up on a plan that works for you. Boykins, the only name you need to know in lawn care.
So you've cut back on everything from lattes to lunches, but if you're still coming up short at the end of the month, try this. Give State Farm agent downtown Allen Brown in Jackson a call for a free discount double check. He'll show you how something as simple as combining car and home policies could save you hundreds of dollars a year, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why Allen is here. Call 300-4444 or visit downtownallenbrown.com today.
Since 1991, Bobby Green of Old Country Auto Sales has gained a reputation of supplying the area with a large assortment of late model pre-owned vehicles. Combined with the utmost in integrity, that's a rare combination. Bobby sold my high school graduate's first vehicle. 12 years later, my son's come back to Jackson with his family, and he's still driving that vehicle from Old Country Auto. We don't want to be the biggest, we just want to be the best. Old Country Auto, on the corner of Airways and the 45 bypass, or online at oldcountryauto.com.
Birthday parties with the Jackson Generals are a home run. Each party includes pizza, drinks, cake, baseball, monkey bars, fun zone inflatables, and on Saturdays, fireworks. And just when you're ready to pick up and leave, remember that we handle all the cleaning up. At only $12 per child, get peace of mind and more info by calling 988-5299. That's 988-5299 or going online to jacksongeneralsbaseball.com.
Discover the freedom of clear vision. The LASIK Center of Jackson wants you to see how easy and affordable it is to change your perspective on life with laser vision correction. If you dealt with poor vision for too long, life can be simple again. Dr. David Underwood has helped thousands of people improve their vision and their lives with LASIK. Let the LASIK Center of Jackson show you the way to clear vision. So what are you waiting for? Call the LASIK Center of Jackson and schedule your free consultation. Call 731-668-0064 or visit us online at LASIKofJackson.com.
We're back here talking to David Cisco, the father of Shane Cisco.
And a good old East Jackson boy like I was,
He's
too.
He's my city councilman.
He's a good guy.
Thank you, David. Appreciate all you do. Mr. David Cisco. Here's Coach Joe Holloway with the totals and the highlights.
Well, let's take a look at the Clarksville national team first. And remember, they're not eliminated. This is double elimination tournament, so they will move into the losers bracket. Nathan Barksdale went 1 for 2 and scored a run today. Elliot Shawyo, he was 0 for 2 today, but played a great game out in the field. Alex Williams, who played third, pitched, and some shortstop, was 1 for 2 today. He did not score. Aiden Baker was 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch. And J.D. Swartz, the catcher, 1 for 2, scored a run. And Michael Davison was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Caleb Hudson was 0 for 1. Burchett 0 for 1. Grayson Proctor 0 for 1. Abernathy, I don't think got a bat because of the way the game ended, and there's nothing you can do about the 10-run rule on that. Zach Christie 0 for 1 for a total of 3 runs on 4 hits, and that's how the Clarksville line score was. For the winning Madison County Central team with 13 runs and 11 hits, Zach Timms got his only hit. It was the first at bat. He hit a home run then, and then he was 1 for 3. He also had a walk in the third. Tristan Cook went 3 for 4 with 3 singles, scored twice. Danielle Brooks was 1 for 3, and he did score twice. He was on with a fielder's choice. Landon Lambert was 2 for 2 with a walk in the 4th inning. Carter Craig was 0 for 1, but scored a big run there in the fourth. Benjamin Whitnell was 0 for 2 with a walk in the third, or actually the fourth, and scored. Will Cisco was 1 for 2, and he scored in that fourth inning. Malachi Anderson was 2 for 2 today. He had a run-scoring bout in the fourth. Davis Lee was 0 for 1 today. Walker Moore was 1 for 1 and scored today, and Coy was 0 for 2. 13 runs, 11 hits. Jackson Nationals Jackson team, which is the Madison County Central, advance on in the winner's bracket, and Clarksville will play again in the loser's bracket.
Hey, Coach, here's a text make you feel good. This says, hey, Dan, this is Cindy Springer. Zachary Timms, the catcher for Madison Central American, is my nephew. I'm so proud. And thanks to WNWS for broadcasting and televising this game.
Well, thank you for listening, though.
Cindy, thank you. Coach and I are so grateful to be able to do this.
We are.
We really are. And our sponsors that bring this to you, these are great locally owned businesses that really put their money where their mouth is and really support Jackson and Madison County and all of West Tennessee. So keep these people in mind when you shop. Minuteman Press, Ace Hardware of Jackson. That's at 3315 North Highland in the former Wonder Bread store. Preventagenics with Jeff Young, Morrigard Drive, and also the new location downtown on Liberty Street. Call 300-0044 to make an appointment to see the great medical staff at Preventagenics. By the WD, Wireless Dimensions, cell phone accessories and more. In the mall, in front of Victoria's Secrets, and that ain't a bad place to be. By Dr. Matt Hughes at the Hughes Eye Center and LASIK Center of Jackson with Dr. Underwood. By Peggy Graves Real Estate Team. By Patient-Centered Physicians Care. By Bobby Green's Old Country Auto. The Jackson Generals, Marco's Pizza. We can buy that great pizza from Marco's. By the Slice here at the Little League tournaments. It's on Van Drive in front of the Home Depot. Order online at marcos.com. By Hardy, Martin, Donahoe, Owens & White, West Tennessee's premier law firm. By Great American Sports, Ben Vargas and Company. By Sky Zone Indoor Trampoline Park. By USJ, the University School of Jackson, one of the finest academic, athletics, theater, arts, everything. Visit usjbruins.org. By Boykin Mowing and Landscaping. By State Farm Agent Downtown Allen Brown. By First State Bank. By Moore Studios. It's picture perfect with Moore Studios. By The Green Scene Landscaping. By Brassfield Construction Company. By Total Sports Academy, Jackson Baseball and Jackson Softball Academy, Parkstone Place next to Sparky's. And Southern Trucks and 4x4. Stephen Sweat and his boys, the power to do more. It's been a pleasure for us here. Madison County, Madison Central American from Jackson, Tennessee advances on. We'll have the brackets. When are we back out here, Coach? Monday?
I believe we're here Monday. At 6 o'clock, I believe.
And we don't know sign language. And then that was Peggy flashing sign. And so what? The state tournament continues. Maybe we get, if Shane Cisco could, we'll have it. We'll have it online at .5digital.
And there, hopefully we can get something. There'll probably be a Coach's Corner article sent to be put up tomorrow, and that has it. Dan Reeves does such a good job. Check .5 Digital out. We've got news and sports on there too.
Absolutely. Yeah, you want to say something, Peggy?
Y'all be back out here Monday at 6:30. I got the house. I'm gonna schedule.
Monday at 6:30. Peggy says be our next game out here. Thank you, Peggy. She knows.
That's right.
Seabass, great job there producing and directing. Thank you, Seabass. Yeah, thank you so much right there. To Paul Schultze, Worthy Road Studios, .5digital.com. Great job, Paul, as always. Lawson Man, what a great job. Great to have you with us, Lawson Man. We like to call him Manfred Man. Pickety Peg, what's the latest score on the game? 7-4, Bristol.
In the fourth.
Leading cards. Moving on to the fifth inning there. For Coach Joe Holloway, Coach, enjoy so much working with you.
Love
Great
it,
job.
Dan. Appreciate you and CBS, and appreciate all our listeners, too, and sponsors.
Yeah, our listeners, our viewers, our sponsors, thank you all so much. My name's Dan Reeves. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you Monday morning. You're on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5 Digital. And Michael Osborne. Great job, Michael Osborne. So thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful weekend.
Talks Gold Bond Friction Defense.
Skin friction is quite an affliction. On your legs, arms, whether you're running a 5K or just running upstairs.
And Gold Bond Friction Defense is
soothing.
Indeed. It's non-greasy, moisturizes, and helps like nobody's business.
Because your thighs